Hey everybody, welcome to day 19 of the Rogue Tanks devlog. The update today is the status screen. I've rearranged it and I've added music for all of my levels so far. Well, I have a music track for each environment, and I guess I should warn you guys that I made the music myself, so let me know in the comments if any of these tracks should stay or if I need to replace them with something. But let's go ahead and open the game. So this is just like the title screen, which is, meant to sound like military stuff, but then there's like this part that comes in. Let me see, right. Let's go ahead and get into the game. So this is a desert theme song. I guess most of this will just be listening to music, but then I'll show you how I changed the status screen. And I'll show you what I use to make the music as well, so you guys can make music on your own if you want. So what I was going for this desert theme here is I've got kind of... The instrument is what I guess I hear in a lot of desert levels in other games. And they all have to have like a drum section because it's supposed to be like military sounding in my mind. In fact, I'll turn off sound effects just to let you guys hear the music more. Go ahead and give your critiques in the comments on the music tracks. And you should notice when we change screens there is a very short fade, but there is a fade. I'll show you in the code how I implemented all that. I think I like the forest one. Like, I guess I shouldn't say, but go ahead and leave your critiques of music. Oh, okay. Alright, so here's the new status screen. I moved the non-upgrade stuff to the top here. Shots taken, enemies destroyed, damage taken. I also removed the armor stat because anytime you get the status screen, your armor is going to be 0, so there's really no point in showing that. I mean, I am planning on doing a similar status screen for like beating the game, and so I mean maybe your armor would matter then, but you'll notice there's a gap at the very bottom. I've reserved that space for the upgrade, the power upgrade, which is something that you unlock in the game. I already have it in place, I just disabled the upgrade for this demonstration, but I don't think it looks like bare without it, per se. There we go. Bullet power at the bottom, starting at 1. But that's what it'll look like for all players. Go ahead and play the music for you a little bit. and it basically just loops like that. After making the music files, I imported them. I made this separate folder for the music tracks. The music tracks themselves, they are in this new audio group, AG Music, which is just audio group music. Everything normally goes to this audio group default category, but if you go up into tools and go into audio groups right here, it pulls this up. And you can add a new audio group, and the way that you rename them is you just click up here and rename it. That was not obvious to me that you can just rename it right here in the drop down menu. But I guess one of the purposes of audio groups is that you can change how your game exports to different platforms. I put all my background music into this group, not the sound effects, because I believe you need to use an audio group in order to affect the volume level for these tracks. Let me show you what I mean. If we go in here where we set the music level, audio group set gain. Gain is basically the volume level. You have the audio group, and music level is the variable I'm using to choose how loud it is. And 0 is just, it takes place instantly. Any of the background music will just change to this music level. And that's the way you can change the volume level of your music while it's playing. And I didn't do that for sound effects because every time you create a sound effect, you choose the gain level. And so all my sound effects will just use this sound level. I mean, I could make a group for the sound effects, but I don't think I need to. This is my music system. I have a switch for what room I'm in. In the case of like room title, if the title music is not playing, the exclamation point means not. And not versus mode, that's my extra condition for letting the music from the level continue playing on the level select screen. If music fade is greater than 0, that's a new variable that I've added. Music fade starts at 1. If music fade is greater than 0, because it should be, it's at 1, then music fade minus 0.1, and then you use that audio group set gain function again using the music group. And I also have this minimum function. Choose the lesser of music fade or music level. If music level is like at like 50% and music fade is at 1, which would be 100%, then you don't want to boost the music up to full blast and then start fading it down. You want to start at the lesser of the two. And then once music fade is 0, you go to this section, stop all music. So it stops the track that's already playing. If you don't do that, then if you bring the volume back up, it'll be playing both songs, I think. So then I have audio play sound. This is the title screen music that I have selected here because we're in room title. And then music fade equals 1, resets the music fade so you don't come back in here and stop the audio again. And then audio group set gain. This is where you restore the volume to the music level setting. And so I have that repeat for the other rooms. Now I have case room 1 desert, 2 desert, 3 desert. I have all these cases and even the boss room and the extra room. These all flow into doing this because I don't have break in there in between any of these cases. So if any of these cases happen, if I'm in any of these rooms, it'll do this fade function that I've coded in. And I did the same thing for like all the forest levels and like all the metal levels. And then the space levels that I have only 4 of them so far. I need to make the last 4. And that is the end of my music system. So what I used to make the music, and I'm sure this is amateur because this is a free software called Bosca Ceoil? I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is the software. Just to go into it really quick, the software itself does have like a tutorial in it. Like if you just click on help, basic guide, it has like all these little prompts that show you where everything is. So the software itself comes with its own built-in tutorial, which is nice. But really what you can do is you can just like click in here. Arrangements are filled up with, I mean, you can have this repeat for as long as you want. This determines what you're actually listening to. You can hit spacebar to just stop it, spacebar again to play it. So if I delete all these, then you know it's not going to play anything. You can have be wherever you want. You can right click to just delete stuff. You can hold shift to like copy something and then it becomes a new thing, and then you can change it how you want. You can just hit these to like raise it on the scale or whatever. You can change your actual scale down here. The instruments themselves, like if I want to, I can just change what it's playing right now. So there's a bunch of stuff in here. The drum kit, actually, these don't do anything, but instead they're all just down here. So like a cymbal crash is this. And you can use your scroll wheel to change the length of a hit. Basically, these are all the drums down here, so this is how you pick what you want to play. You can save as .ceoil, which is the file type of this software, and then you can also then export to WAV. You can save it here so you can like come back and edit it, work on it again later. Pretty basic stuff. Obviously, it sounds like an old computer game. There aren't realistic sounding instruments in here, but if you just need something for your game and this is free, then this at least gets you started in composing music. It's just super simple and easy to use, so that's my recommendation for it. But if you have any other questions, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.